Hey guys, it's Damira here. Welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back, and thank you so much for joining me for another video. I am going to be sharing my fall coffee bar with you, but before we get started, I encourage you to subscribe to the Millennial Farmhouse. I like to share cleaning videos, coffee bars, and seasonal decorating. So I'm going to be decorating this peninsula that's between our kitchen and living room. And this is where I actually did my summer coffee bar, but I've already taken down all of these summer additions. I'm starting with this mat. It's a silicone cookie baking sheet, but I thought it was a nice change from my usual coffee maker mat. And it just has some pies on it, so it's a very fall-like object. Next, I am adding in this beautiful cutting board. It has a few different woods and it was handmade by my brother. I think it's a great addition to my fall coffee bar. It is a really warm piece and it just goes so well. So right in front of the cutting board, I tried to put in that fall sign, but you'll see that I don't end up using it because it just really did not fit in the look I was trying to achieve. However, I did add 2 more decorative cutting boards that were a little smaller. I started with that Farm Fresh Pumpkins one, and that was just a piece I picked up at ShopRite last year. It was on a shelf at the front of the store, and it just caught my eye. And then I added in the round cutting board, which was just, it's very plain, but it's what I use to take photos of the treats that I bake. So together, these 3 pieces really make a nice warm fall scene behind my coffee maker. And then to tie it all together, I added in a speckled pumpkin dish. I believe it's a soup bowl, but I just like to put little candies in it. So I have some coffee caramels, some mints, and some butterscotch candies inside of there. Next, I moved over to decorating the rest of the peninsula, and I like to use this tray that you see here. I got it from At Home. It's just a nice farmhouse type of tray, very rustic looking, but it helps to tie a lot of the random objects that I use together. So it just keeps them a little more centered inside of that tray and makes it look like it all belongs together. I have a coffee box, just a brown one that I picked up from Amazon with the little coffee cup on the front of it, and inside of there I like to keep my chai latte mixes as well as extra espresso spoons. And then the little wagon is a cute decorative piece that is very fall-like and kind of reminds me of going to the pumpkin patch and taking, a trail ride or whatever you might call it. But I thought that was a great little object to use for my coffee syrups. They fit inside of there perfectly. And then I'm just playing around with some of the items that I want to put in the tray, like my jars that have my ground coffee in them, and then I have the 2 other jars have ground cinnamon as well as a pumpkin pie spice. And I actually don't end up using both. I think I only kept the pumpkin pie spice up there, as well as some coffee mugs. And so again, putting all of these random objects into the tray helps to tie it together. I played around with this coffee bar a lot because I use the tray, which has a wide lip, I guess, or the sides are pretty high, and then the objects I put inside, some of them are just not that big. I had to find a way to make those objects really stand out and be able to showcase what they look like. For example, that pumpkin mug. I put coasters underneath the mug to raise it up a little because when it was just in the tray on its own, it was very low, and so it was a little hard to really see it and take it in. And so I did that with I think 3 pumpkin mugs, which you'll see in a moment, and then also just using some of the other objects there to kind of get levels going inside of the tray. So I don't want everything to be the exact same height, but there were some things that did need to be raised. I also took my coffee box out, and then I put the coffee syrups as well as the wagon into the tray. And so this is what I was talking about here. I actually had a second little brown cutting board, and then some pumpkin coasters, as well as some just square and round coasters, and I used those to create some height. So I used them as risers in a sense, and then I put 3 different coffee mugs onto each of these coasters, again to raise them up. For my coffee bar this year, I think the only thing that was new was this glass pumpkin mug that you're about to see, this one right here. But everything on the coffee bar was actually very old. Not very old, some of it from last year and then some from, the years before, but I really didn't use anything new this year. If I can find links to the items that I've used, just in case anybody sees something that they like or they're interested in, I'll definitely link them below. But again, none of it was too new, so links won't be from this year's items and collections or anything like that. To finish off the coffee bar, I really wanted to add in a little vase with some flowers, a little arrangement, and I just had 3 different ones that I was playing around with and trying to see how they would work. And I really liked, as you see here, this colorful arrangement in the stein. However, I didn't like the stein, and so I took the flowers from that stein, and then I actually put them into this green vase that you see here, and I took out the sunflowers. And so I thought that that was a nice addition instead. And so this is my fall coffee bar for this year. I think that it's beautiful. It's colorful. It ties in really well together. Certain pieces bring out the colors of other pieces, and they just complement the things around them. And it's also pretty simple. I didn't go too crazy. I think that everything on here really fits in with the fall theme and is fairly natural looking. So it doesn't look like I tried too hard. But again, I like it. If you guys have liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. Share it in case you think somebody else might need this inspiration. And again, I encourage you to subscribe to the Millennial Farmhouse. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video, and happy fall.